Monday, September the 21st of 2025. And a young lady by the name of Shardee McGill and her young 3-year-old daughter named Janae McGill come up missing. Her husband then the following night, September the 22nd of 2025, report her missing, and the only evidence or discovery that has popped up is the fact that her vehicle, which was a black Chevrolet Equinox, was spotted in Epes, Alabama, off the side of Tombigbee River on September the 23rd of 2025, and is 130 miles away from her home from Jackson, Mississippi. So who did it? Where is she? What evidence do we have to show what has happened in this case? Stick around and find out. And make sure you subscribe and click that like button and hit that notification bell if you want to see any updated videos that I post in the future. Channel Thinking Out Loud with none other than Official Bambi Tiffany. This is the channel where I vocalize and verbalize my thoughts, theories, and ideas and opinions on videos and reactions of certain videos and stuff that I post. Instead of keeping it all balled in, why not just let it all out? You too can also do your own research and form your own opinions down in the comment section down below. Make sure you keep the comment section clean and never mean. We don't do hate over here. Make sure you tell your mama and everybody else that this video is for educational purposes only, and I do not own copyrights to anything that you're about to see. Everything is done by research that you can find on the internet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do a deep dive into this video. First and foremost, I would like to say I did a video back in September on this particular case. And I want to say that I'm just going to go over a little bit if you're not really sure. If you haven't seen the video, you can go watch it. I'm going to go over just a few details about what is kind of sort of on that video. And then I'm going to give you an update on this case. But first off, let's go through the case timeline and the details of the case. The disappearance was Shardee McGill and her 3-year-old daughter, Janae McGill. They were last seen in Jackson, Mississippi on a Sunday, September the 21st of 2025. Her husband, Shardee's husband, which is Jonathan McGill, called the following night on the 22nd of September 2025 and reported her missing along with their daughter. Then later, which was the next day, September the 23rd, the vehicle was discovered. It was a black Chevrolet Equinox, but it was discovered 130 miles away from home in Epes, Alabama, which is a very small town. I live in Alabama. This is the reason why this story is so close to home, is because I actually live in Alabama, and I literally am not that far from Epes, Alabama. And that's actually the Tombigbee River. It's considered Sumter County. If you want to look at it on the map, you can. So I'm giving you those details. Later, 2 days after her vehicle was found, they decided, I guess, we're going to, so the vehicle's here, so let's look around this area, okay? It is a river. Tombigbee River is very wide. It's a very wide river, and very deep. So I'm only assuming that when they come up, they're like, oh my goodness, we got a lot that we've got to look at or whatever. So they later discovered the bodies. They discovered the mother at first. She was recovered from a shallow body of that water in the river on Thursday, September the 25th. And then Janae, the 3-year-old daughter, was found the next day on September the 26th, also in the Tombigbee River, near where her mother was found. They did their case studies and investigations and everything, and later ruled it no foul play involved. And the deaths were investigated by multiple agencies, including the Jackson Police Department, the FBI, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, and the Alabama State Bureau of Investigation. Because you got to look at, there was 2 states there. From Jackson, Mississippi to Epps, Alabama, that's 2 states. You're over the border, so you got the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation and you got the ABI also. So they had a lot of people on this case. They announced the official cause of the death for both were drowning, ruling the incident a murder-suicide with no additional suspects involved. And so the background to Shardee McGill, she worked as a personal trainer at a local fitness club, and co-workers described her as a weightlifting powerhouse with a kind of personality who showed no signs of distress before her disappearance. So that is kind of crazy, right? To rule it like that. So initially they're saying no one else is involved, no other suspects. And the murder-suicide would have been the mother unaliving her daughter and unaliving herself. So the back to this, let's talk a little bit about the mother now, okay? So before her death, like I said, she built a successful career as a personal trainer, primarily known for her work at Club 4 Fitness in Ridgeland, which is Lake Harbor location in Mississippi. Her specializations were she was a well-rounded trainer who specialized in weight loss, balance, flexibility training. She managed a significant roster of over 60 clients, co-workers, and trainees, described her as a weightlifting powerhouse who brought warmth, southern twang, and a genuine passion to every session. Her reputation, her clients credited her with helping them achieve the best physical shape of their lives. And her fitness community frequently noted her encouraging and motivating spirit. She was born November the 17th, 1992, to Corbett McCoy and Evelyn Catholic McCoy. She was married to Jonathan McGill, and together they lived in Northeast Jackson with her 3-year-old daughter, Janae Ariel McGill. Neighbors describe the family as active in their neighborhood, often seeing Shardee and Janae playing together outside. So you begin to wonder, what would cause something like this to happen? You never know. So I seen this in the paper a couple of days ago. It was in my local paper. And I knew I had already did a video on, like, let's find out who did what. Or help find out. Like, pass it around. Her picture with her daughter. And, you know what I'm saying? Just help the community out or whatever. And when I read that in the paper, that the ruling was set as murder-suicide, and with no other suspects involved. It was just like, and then I'm reading about her past, like what her life was before that, like what she did for a living. So she was a personal trainer, and she was very active, and the clients and her friends and family and neighbors were like, we didn't see any kind of distress or anything. Like, it almost is like, what would cause that? Like, what really triggered to cause that? You know, you never know what anybody's going through. You really don't. A lot of people do keep silent. And that's just that's the sad part about it. Everything is like, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So, with that being said, if anything else were to come up on this case, I will surely update you and let you know. But that's what I've gotten so far. It pretty much is just, there's nothing more to it than what I've said. Like, there's nothing, it's not a big, huge case to open up and you see a whole bunch of stuff. It just, literally, it's just that. You know, there's not a whole lot to read about. You know, everywhere you look is pretty much the same thing. So yeah, and I just thought I would share that. So just to pretty much update the video that I did, so I didn't just leave it hanging. My prayers go out to her family and her friends and her loved ones, for her and her baby daughter, and especially the husband, the father. My heart goes out in prayers for him. I know it's hard for him. He's just going through it. This is just January of 2026. This happened September of last year, only a few months ago. And so it's just something you just can't, you can never get over. Losing a child, and not only that, her mother and father lost her as well. So, I mean, it's sad in all directions. Really sad. I just wish we knew why. There still is a why there. There still is a why. And how? How? Because obviously when you're drowning, she had to have walked out into the water, correct? How? It takes a long time to drown. It's not just seconds, you know. It's a lot of minutes. So, like, and it's kind of hard for one person to do it and not be an accidental. Accidental, yes, I could see. But for you to actually do that, as partake in that, like, for yourself, it's just so odd. You don't ever hear of this kind of story. So that's why it's just, I just feel like there's more to it. I just feel like there's more to it. That's what I feel. That's what I feel right there. May not be, just maybe me just thinking, and maybe I shouldn't be thinking, but I'm just saying. I don't know. I didn't know them personally, but I'm just saying, my heart goes out to that family. It really does. And my condolences. I am just so sorry that this happened to your loved one. If anything else comes up, I will surely let you guys know about it. Okay? Besides that, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, but I hope you guys had a lovely New Year. And a good Christmas, because I haven't been on here since Christmas. Or or since before Christmas. So, yeah. I hope everybody is doing great. I love you guys. And until next time, make sure you click that like button and that subscribe button so you can get my notification and that notification bell so you can get my updates as I update my videos. Right? It's like following me. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this story. And yeah, until next time, I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And don't forget to say your prayers. Good night. Mwah.